Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Orange Tip, and today we actually are dealing with the orange tip. Now this only has to do with orange tips that are metal and that have been painted orange. So for example, here I have my VFC BAR, and as you can see it has a huge metal orange tip here. Now typically on a gun you get in with an orange tip, which is every gun in the US, you take off the tip, remember follow all your state rules, all that gibberish, and then you put on something that you like that's aftermarket. But in some guns like this BAR, it's a very specific flash hider here that you want to keep matching to the proper look of the area. You don't want to put some crazy compensator on here that looks totally out of place. And it's pretty hard to find replacement parts that are not painted orange. Anyway, plus we all like to save money. Who wants to go buy something new when you don't have to? This thing's really orange. It's painted all the way up. As you can see, I've already experimented on the tip here. And I'll show you how to get this look without having to paint. So first thing you want to do is obviously take off the orange tip if you can, if it's an option. If not, you could probably do it with it on the gun, but just be cautious. You could also mar your gun or damage your gun, especially if it's not all metal. Now remember, this is only for all metal flash hiders. Don't do this on the plastic one. You're just going to melt it and probably ruin your gun too. So take this off, move the gun aside. There's no need for it to be anywhere near here. Once you have your orange tip off, the process is pretty simple. What we're actually going to do is burn off the paint, or I'm not exactly sure what's happening is the actual process. Maybe it's some kind of oxidation. But when you apply high heat to this, it basically just turns brown, black, gray. You can see I've tried it on the tip here just to test the theory that I discovered accidentally on a different flash hider a while back. But the more you do it, the darker it gets, and at some point it becomes gray, which actually matches the color of this gun pretty perfectly. I think it's actually getting to the paint underneath. Perhaps the top layer paint is a flimsy, thin coat, and you're just burning it off. Here's what you need. You need some kind of fire source. Now I'm using a torch that attaches on top of a propane tank. To me, this is very convenient because it's portable, handheld, and if you use green gas guns, you probably have a few of these empty tanks sitting around that are not totally empty, but they have enough gas to just run this thing. And it's self-lighting. It's real easy. It's real portable. And you want to do this in a space where there's nothing flammable around you. Don't do it near your green gas mags or your green gas cans. Those can explode. So here I am on the metal surface. There's nothing really around me here. I am in an enclosed space, but we're not going to burn anything. We're just heating things. So just be mindful. Once you have it set up, get your tip. Glasses are always good. I don't think they're necessary, but I like to err on the side of caution. And you'll need something to hold this with because it gets pretty hot. So I'll do the other side so you can see how it goes from just totally orange to something like this. So grab it. Get your torch going and then just start going around. I don't think you could really screw it up too much because worst you could do is it'll turn totally crisp, and that's not a bad thing. So as you can see, it pretty much in a few minutes has turned essentially gray, brown. It's all sorts of colors. On the tip it's really getting gray. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off, and then I'm going to dip it into water because it's crazy hot and it will take it just like half an hour to cool off conventionally. So let me finish this off and then I'll show you the end result when it's all heated up and cooled off. Whew. All right, look at that. A few minutes from orange to black. Now let's cool it off. Woo, that's hot. cool these off too. They warm up pretty well. Let's retreat and see. Yeah, it's still too hot. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and then we'll get back to this. It's warm in here, and heating up a freaking metal flash hider did not cool things off. So it's been a couple minutes. It's now cool to the touch. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit just to wipe off. There's a lot of orange or whatever the heck is coming off of this thing. It actually has a look of as if it's been used on a gun, where it's had a bunch of hot gases and fire coming through here, so it looks a little burned and oxidized. It's actually a pretty cool look. Might be a cool way to actually age a gun if you're trying to make a gun look rustic or antique. Alright, so here you go, we're done. I think it looks super cool. As you can see, it matches the color of the gun really well. It basically seems to have gotten to what the color should have been in the first place, or maybe what it was before they sprayed it orange. So I'm going to put it on. And this is the look you end up with. I think it looks pretty cool. Definitely better than an orange tip, which totally looks out of place on such a beautiful gun as this VFC BAR. So if you have a gun with a metal flash hider, this is now an option to get it off. Be sure you don't do this on the gun with a plastic flash hider. You're just going to melt that thing to your gun permanently. It will destroy your gun and probably hurt yourself when that plastic drips on you. If you do have a metal gun, take it off the gun. You could do this over a hot source, maybe an indoor stove. This is a good option. I use this a lot, so I would recommend the torch, or maybe even in a fire or a fireplace. Just get it in there, hold it up, prop it up somehow, let it sit there for a little bit, and it'll just burn off the oxidation. Don't do this if you're like a total idiot and you always screw things up, because you'll kill yourself, and then somehow I'll be on the news and my YouTube clip will be shown. So if you know what you're doing, this is a good mod, and hopefully this helped you. I discovered this accidentally and I thought I would share. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.